Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien. Hi, how are you? Very well. ¿Cómo? Ustedes lo saben que yo me llamo Dhananjay Dhondial y soy un profesor de español. As you already know, I am Dhananjay Dhondial and I am a Spanish teacher. Y hoy vamos a estudiar o a aprender un tema muy importante que se llama el verbo. And today we are going to study or we are going to learn an important topic, very important topic, which is called as el verbo. El verbo, ¿qué significa el verbo en inglés? What do you mean by el verbo in English? In English, este significa the verb. In English, it means verb. Y en español, el verbo tiene dos partes. En partido. In Spanish, verb has got two parts. The first part, el primer parte, que se llama stem or root. The first part is called as the stem or root part. Y el segundo parte que se llama ending, and the second part is called as the ending part. So in Spanish, verb is always composed of two parts. First part is the stem part or root part. The second part is called as the ending part. And no cambia el primer parte. The apartido. The first part never changes. Pero el partido segundo se cambia siempre. But the second part, it always changes with the change of subject. So the first part never changes, but the second part changes with the change of subject. And this process is called as conjugation of verb. La conjugación del verbo en español. La conjugación del verbo. The conjugation of verb. Entonces, ¿qué significa la conjugación del verbo? What do you mean by conjugation of verb? Conjugation of verb is nothing but when the ending part of the verb changes with the change of subject. This process is called as conjugation of verb. Okay. Hay tres grupos de verbos en español. There are three groups of verbs in Spanish. Hay algunos verbos que terminan en AR. There are some verbs which end in AR, that means AR. Algunos se terminan en AR, some they end in ER, y otros que terminan en ERA, and the others they end in IR. So based on endings, all the Spanish verbs are classified into three groups. So you will find all the Spanish verbs will not be ending in the same way. There will be some verbs which will be ending in AR, so they belong to AR group, that is the first group. Some Spanish verbs they will be ending in ER, so they belong to ER group, that is the second group. And the rest they end in IR, so they belong to the third group, IR group. To make you understand it better, I will give you some examples. Like, por ejemplo means for example. Hablar. In Spanish, in my other previous videos, I have already taught you, S is never pronounced, you just write it. So, hablar. ¿Qué significa hablar? To speak. Yo hablo un poquito de español. I speak a bit of Spanish. Hablar. Cantar. Cantar. ¿Qué significa cantar? To sing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Cantar. Yo canto mucho. Yo canto mucho el Harinam. I sing a lot Harinam. Cantar. Bailar. ¿Qué significa bailar? Yo bailo mucho también. So, to dance. Entonces, estos tres verbos terminan en AR. All these three verbs they end in AR. So they belong to AR category or AR group. Okay, the second group, comer. To eat, comer. Yo como la comida de vegetariano. I eat vegetarian food. No como la comida de non vegetariano. Okay, comer, beber, beber, to drink. Yo bebo è leche. I drink milk. Beber, to drink. Tener, to have. Yo tengo una casa aquí en Dehradun, in India. I have a house here in Dehradun. Tengo, tener, to have. So here, aquí, podemos ver que estos verbos terminan en er. Entonces, estos verbos se tratan en er. Grupo. These verbs, they end in er, so they belong to the second group, that is the er group. And then we have the third category, that is, ending in ir, like vivir. Vivir is to live. Vivir. Yo vivo aquí en Dehradun, que está en India, que está en el norte de India. I live here in Dehradun, which is situated to the north of India. Vivir. It is ending in ir, so it belongs to ir group. Escribir. Escribir. Yo escribo una carta a mis amigos. Yo escribo una carta a mis padres. I write a letter to my friends. I write a letter to my parents. Escribir. ¿Qué significa escribir? To write. Venir. Venir. To come. Venir. Yo vengo aquí todos los días. I come here daily. Here you can see todos los verbos terminan en er. Entonces se tratan en el grupo de er. Entonces hay tres grupos de verbos en español. There are three groups of verbs in Spanish: er. I hope you have understood me. Okay. Now, before I take you forward, I want to tell you, la lengua de español sigue mucho el Hindi. Spanish language follows much the footprints of Hindi language. And when I say so, what do you mean by that? Well, in Hindi also, the verb is composed of two parts, the stem part and the ending part. Stem part never changes, ending part changes with the change of subject. We call it as conjugation of verb. So we have the same pattern in Hindi also. But in Hindi, all the verbs end in na. No exceptions here. In Spanish, based on endings, there are three groups. But in Hindi, based on endings, we have only one group, that is the na group. All Hindi verbs, you take any Hindi verb in its original form, it will end in na. For example, पढ़ना, लिखना, उठना, बैठना, खाना, पीना. You take any verb, it is ending in na. We don't have any Hindi verb which is ending in other than na. So we have only one group based on ending. So whatever is left before, that is the stem part. So in padna, pad is the stem part, na is the ending part. Likhna, lik is the stem part, na is the ending part. Like that. Suppose a Spanish person approaches you and requests you to teach him Hindi, so you will teach him in a systematic way. So this is the system, you will teach him this way. And then you will teach him the conjugations of Spanish Hindi verbs, tense wise. So first you will take the first tense, that is present indefinite tense. And as an example, you will take the example of verb padna, where pad is the stem part, na is the ending part. Pad remains same with all the subjects, but na changes into ta hai, ti hai, te hai, ta hu. Like मैं पढ़ता हूँ, मैं पढ़ती हूँ, तू पढ़ता है, तू पढ़ती है, वह पढ़ता है, वह पढ़ती है, हम पढ़ते हैं, वे पढ़ते हैं. You can see by this example, you have understood that part which is the stem part remains same. It is not getting changed, but na changes into ta hai, ti hai, te hai, ta hu, like that. So this change is called as conjugation of verb, and this conjugation is a conjugation of present indefinite tense. The rest of the verbs will follow the same conjugation pattern. Like likhna, so it will follow the same conjugation pattern. मैं लिखता हूँ, मैं लिखती हूँ, तू लिखता है, तू लिखती है. Lik is the stem part remains same. Na changes into ta hai, ti hai, te hai, exactly the way you have done here. Then the next tense is present continuous tense. So there the conjugations will be रहा है, रही है, रहे हैं. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, मैं पढ़ रही हूँ, तू पढ़ रहा है, तू पढ़ रही है. The rest of the verbs will undergo the same way. Like लिखना, so मैं लिख रहा हूँ, मैं लिख रही हूँ, तू लिख रहा है, तू लिख रही है, in the same manner. So you will teach that person, the conjugations of verbs systematically, tense wise. So now it is his turn to teach you Spanish, and he will say, well, we are, common in many respects. I mean, Hindi and Spanish language, they have got a lot of similarities. So he will teach you now Spanish, and he will, like you taught him, systematically tense wise, so he will also teach you, tense wise. So I will teach you Spanish, the conjugations of verb and all that, but not in this video, in my next video. So till then you wait, you just revise. If you have any query, any question, you can ask me in the comment box. I will definitely answer, or you can call me out. Thank you very much. Adios.